What's up guys, it's me Kaluchi back with a new video, and today I have an AD Carry Tier List Patch 10.3. Now this AD Carry Tier List is based on my own thoughts, what I think will happen for the next coming weeks until the next patch arrives, because we don't have any hard data up until now because the patch has only been live for one day. It's obviously not set in stone, so let's dive right into it. Today I made it a little bit special. I showed you my own personal tier list and I showed you like the general tier list of what usually people think of what's meta right now. So the one is biased, the other one is also a little bit biased because I came up with it, but I came up with it through the power of the internet, let's put it that way. So firstly, I will go over the general tier list and then I will go over my own one. Miss Fortune, Aphelios, and Senna, all three have been nerfed. Now I don't think the nerfs on Miss Fortune and Aphelios are that big actually. I still think that those are one of the strongest AD carries out there right now, so I still put them on the S tier list. However, for Senna, I do think that the scaling really hurts into late game, but she's still very strong, so I put her one tier down to the S tier. When we take a look at the older candidates in the S tier, we can see Ezreal, Caitlyn, Draven, Ashe, and Jinx. Now, Jinx is a very good snowballer if you're able to catch some kills, and she skills very good into late game. Ashe has been in the S tier list for quite some time actually right now. It's been a few months, she's unchanged, so she will just stay here. Draven, also a very good snowballer, not the best laner at the moment because he gets bullied out quite a bit, but if you can get him rolling, then he deals one of the most damage in game, as you might already know. Then we have Caitlyn, has been nerfed slightly because of itemizations and the bug fixes, but nonetheless she's still one of the strongest AD carries. And then we have Ezreal moving up to the S tier because he has been buffed this patch. I will go more over Ezreal when I'm talking about my own personal tier list, but let's move over to the A tier. There we have Lucian, Jhin, Kai'Sa, Xayah, and Tristana. All of these champions are able to carry, but it's a bit harder than if you would try to carry with the other AD carries that I just named in the SS or S tier. My personal opinion would go to Xayah and Lucian, as those are one of the biggest lane bullies. Obviously you can also go for Tristana, but I do think that because of Xayah's self-peel, she's very reliable in solo queue, and because of Lucian's aggressive playstyle, I do think those are the best right now in the A tier. Moving over to B tier, we have Varus, Vayne, and Sivir. Vayne is actually very strong, but her laning phase is just too weak to put her any higher. If you are able to get to late game, then she is one of the strongest AD carries. But because of her laning phase, especially being this weak, I put her down at the B tier. Same goes for Varus, and Sivir right now is just in a very awkward spot. Then we have Kog'Maw and Kalista. I do think that Kog'Maw will move up in the future patches because Lulu is being picked quite more often, and when you combine Kog'Maw with Lulu, it's a completely different story. Those two will become A tier. However, right now Lulu is still not being picked as often, so unless you're going DOQ, you don't really want to pick Kog'Maw up. Same goes for Kalista, by the way. Now that we moved over from general to my own personal tier list, let's take a look. I put Ezreal, Lucian, and Draven all in the SS tier list. Now, most of you already know me, I'm an Ezreal main, and therefore I only spam Ezreal, and whenever he's banned or picked, or really the team needs something else, I always pick Ezreal. Especially with the new buffs, I do think it's huge on him. The attack speed is very nice. Also, the mana gives a nice amount of attack damage if you convert it with the mana immune, of course. So I think Ezreal right now is in a pretty good spot. People underrate him quite a lot right now, and that's pretty good for people like me. So they will not ban or pick him, but I can still play him and perform pretty good. Next up is Lucian. I really like Lucian. He's one of my mains after Ezreal, of course, and I really do find a lot of success with him in the laning phase. If you manage to get 1 or 2 kills, you can really snowball the game, and he really deals a lot of damage and has a lot of outplay potential. Then we have Draven. Draven is a bit harder to play than Lucian and Ezreal, but still can snowball super hard, and if you do manage to get some kills in the laning phase, just like Lucian, almost rest assured that you'll be able to carry the game. Moving over to the S tier, I put Ashe, Miss Fortune, Kai'Sa, Xayah, and Senna. Now these are all champions I really love to play a lot. Um, I've been playing Ashe ever since I think season 3 or 4. Same goes for Misfortune. Kaisa came out a bit later and I started to main her. She's actually my second most AD carry, I think, played of all time, Kaisa. And then Saya is third. I really love these champions. Unfortunately, they're not the best, so that's why I put them in the S tier for myself and not in the SS. And we have Senna. I don't really like to pick Senna anymore after the nerfs, but she is still very strong, so if I have to pick her, then I will. Moving over to the A, B, and C. Now, I could actually put these all in one category, but just for people to know where my thoughts are on where these champions stand, I put them in different categories. So Jhin, Tristana, Jinx, Aphelios, and Caitlyn. I don't really play all of these champions. Obviously, I've played them before. I can play them if I want to. But if I have the options of Lucian, Draven, Ezreal, and all of those other 8 carries, these don't really come to my mind. I have to be really in a good mood in order to play these champions, otherwise I'm just not gonna pick them. Doesn't mean they're weak. Obviously, Aphelios isn't weak, Caitlyn is not weak, Jinx is also not weak. This has to do with my own personal preference. Then we have Vayne, Varus, and Sivir in the B tier. I do like to play Sivir a lot. Unfortunately, not this meta, so that's why she's in the B tier. I don't really quite often play Varus or Vayne, only when they're really meta, and they're definitely not, so that's their reason. And then there's Kog'Maw and Kalista. I only pick Kalista when I'm in a troll mood or I lost too many games in a row and actually do quite well. But then again, she's C tier, I almost never pick her, same goes for Kog'Maw. I think I rattled on quite a lot actually, so I will end the video right here. Let me know what your top 3 personal tier list is, aka your SS tier. Mine is Ezreal, Lucian, Draven. Let me know what yours is and share this video with others. If you don't agree, also let me know what you think should be the general tier list. And yeah, have a nice day guys and hope to catch you guys next time.